joining us. You are
It's
our
my pleasure.
first mod to ever win the story of the month. So
Swear to God, there's no corruption
congratulations.
involved.
No, I mean it's completely
Absolutely none. Zero.
no, it's completely random. And I know how many times you've tried. Uh, you've
You
tried
keep
so
that part to
many
yourself.
times.
Okay,
So
okay,
yeah,
we got enough. We got more enough on that.
thank you for joining us. I've got my co-host RK here. He's gonna keep
Hey,
me on track, hopefully.
I mean,
Um, I mean, once a tangent starts, you can't really help
uh,
it. Snowball
gotta follow the
effect.
tangents.
You gotta follow the tangents. Yeah, so this is the interview for our story of the month. We run it every month, mostly when Dom's not tired. And and yeah, we get to interview Atlas today. So thank you everyone for joining us, and let's get started.
Awesome. Um, so Atlas, hello, welcome. Can you give us a
Thank you.
brief introduction of yourself and for those listening?
Not
Sorry,
a
butchered
problem.
that.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm Atlas. Will be the word aspiring writer, animator, former musician, all around just fantastic human being, as we all know.
We do.
Mhm.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Canadian.
What did I say? A
Nice.
in there?
I was just saying you're Canadian, which makes you also really, really great.
All my favorite
Well, I was
people are
gonna say,
Canadian.
as well, but we could go with that too. That's fine.
Um, all right. So what book or author has influenced you the most in your writing?
I got thinking about that question for a good long time, and there's not like a specific one or two, but if you really like grabbed my arm and twisted it in that weird kind of fashion, I might have to say Dune actually, just because I loved the world building. The man thought of
Mm.
every tiny detail in this world and would drop the most ridiculous pieces in just two sentences and then never mention them again throughout like, I don't know, 10,000 pages.
Hmm.
And then there's another series that I've never met anyone who's also read called The Deathlands, where it's the same kind of like post-apocalyptic world, but like Fallout on steroids.
Ooh,
It's
I
it's
do like
good.
Fallout.
It is. It's got that excessive kind of violence to it, but it unfortunately doesn't have that really awesome like Fallout aesthetic. It's a
Oh,
book, of course it doesn't have an
Mm.
aesthetic.
I feel like books can have aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, it would be
I
Dune and Deathlands. Double
Deathlands.
D's.
Wow.
Nice. Sorry, I
Interesting.
was just writing that down so I can read it.
I mean,
Um,
we
There's
do
like
know
50
that
books in the series.
oh, that's a challenge.
It's
Uh,
wild. It has like time traveling and like a dude from the 1800s in the 22nd century.
oh,
that sounds wild. I like
yeah.
it. Oh, but I haven't actually read Dune, either, so I'm a bad writer, I don't read enough. Um,
That doesn't make you a
but
bad writer.
but,
There's
tell
more than
us
me do. I do.
tell us about your book, though.
Well, my book is called Mind the Flowers, which is supposed to be a bit of a metaphor, but it
Mhm.
takes place in a world that I put together that I right now I'm calling Silicon Reverie. Still a bit of a
Ooh,
work in progress, but it's also a what I would call a light post-apocalyptic world where civilization did collapse, but the world isn't burned. It's very green. Nature's come back, all
ooh,
that good stuff.
Love that.
sounds
And
great.
in my story, it follows a specific character named Riel, who is part of a violent gang who, how would I say this, hasn't really had a lot of control over his life throughout
Mm.
any part of it, despite how much he thought he might have. And the story is about him realizing that he can still make a change, can still be the person that he tried to be when he was a kid, and that no matter how far gone you think you are, you can still turn around.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that message. That's
that's
brilliant.
hope. That's beautiful.
It is hope.
Very human.
Yeah. I also love the fact that like after apocalypse, it's all green. Like that's my kind of world.
My kind of apocalypse, yes.
Yeah.
It's much more hopeful. Hope was the absolutely correct word there.
That makes sense for who I know you as,
Yeah.
which I
Oh,
love. It's just beautiful. All
his
right,
heart grew
before
three
we all
sizes
start
that day.
aw, green, Grint. Um, before we all start tearing up, um, is there a message or feeling you want to convey to readers through this story? Is it hope?
Honest to God,
I
not to
don't know.
repeat myself, is his hope.
Yeah.
It's never give up. Never think that like what you are now is what you're stuck as for the rest of your life, unless you get hit by a car. But that's a different story.
Eh,
I mean,
I've been hit by a car twice, it's fine.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, no, let's not get on that tangent.
that's a
Okay,
different
fair enough.
interview.
You're so casual about it.
um,
That's a different interview.
apologies.
No, you're fine.
Questions for
That's
later.
hilarious.
Um, okay. Someone rein me in.
Nope.
Atlas, can you tell us about your characters and who do you like the most and who do you like the least?
Okay, well, I'll just mention the like four main characters of the story. There's Riel, Arwind, Peugeot, and Crete. Uh, Riel, I've already explained. Crete is the leader of the gang that Riel belongs to. Peugeot is the second in command, which is a name I completely came up with myself. I know, right? And Arwind is a what I call a silicate. They're living machines, sentient machines that have started populating parts of the world, and part of the theme of the whole world is that humanity is no longer like the one, I guess you could say, dominant species. They have to contend with the fact that there's some competition now.
Mm,
Mm,
good.
Uh,
okay.
Crete is also a silicate, actually, and I might be gender swapping that character in later revisions, but they're very cold, calculated, devious, but really, really intelligent and looking to just gain as much power as possible. Peugeot is like the dog on a short leash, the uber violent character who
Mm.
I don't want to say is more of like a characterization of certain things, but his one character trait is he's just the biggest POS you could possibly imagine. And then
That's
Arwind,
fun.
who is oh sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
All right, well, Arwind is Creed's opposite, also a silicate. She escaped from a life of servitude as a war machine to try to find peace and quiet. And narratively and thematically is the literal opposite of Crete, where Crete seeks domination to protect herself. Arwen seeks isolation to protect herself, where it's not like a revenge thing, it's just finding peace in the world.
Mm,
Mhm. I very
that's wonderful.
much like that and resonate with that. Wanting just to have some peace. Yeah.
Be nice. We need that.
But the
Can't
parallels
agree
are
more.
really sorry.
Go ahead,
The
RK.
parallels are really interesting because I always like it when the villain is, well, not the villain in your story, but like the bad people, um, are kind of wanting the same things as the good people. I'm using quotes in that, but I like it because that feels more human and good and bad. What is it? Sort of stuff. I like that.
Mm,
Yeah, I can't agree more. People that live lives like that always need some kind of deeper meaning. There's always a reason behind things. It's no one's just evil for the sake of being evil.
Exactly. Brilliant.
I can feel like RK's like psychology degree coming. She's the wheels are turning there.
I'm just excited now. Um, um, oh, it's not my question, sorry.
Nice. No, no,
You
that's
go.
okay. I thought you were gonna go with a different question.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask, how did you come up with the name? Is it Peugeot?
Yeah, Peugou.
How did you come up with that?
Honestly, just saying things in my head until one sounded good.
Ah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
completely honest with you.
yeah. No, I've done it before where I was trying to come up with names for like locations, and I just kept writing letters in different orders to see which ones sounded like a word. Um, and that's how I got some for mine. But no, it's a really cool name. Like it sounds almost French.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be French. The
Oh.
story takes place mostly in what is it, Georgia and Texas, or at least modern day Georgia and Texas. So there's like a lot of French influence, especially around
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Of course, that makes sense. Well, nailed it, and that's an awesome new name that
You
is
did
in the
nail it.
world. Yeah. Um, all right. So now that you've explained a little bit about your characters, which would be the worst roommate to have?
Ironically, Peugeot by a country mile. He just
Really?
complete sociopath, like no concern for people. He would eat the food in the fridge, like all of it, and then tell you to buy more because he's hungry.
Oh, so it doesn't matter if you label anything.
Oh yeah, if you labeled it, he would just make fun of you for labeling it afterward.
Oh, that's
Like,
fun.
what are you, a nerd?
Yeah,
You're
they
lucky
sound
I can't
awful.
read.
They sound awful. It's not my kind of roommate.
Yeah,
No,
they wouldn't shower. It'd be the worst.
I feel like I've had some bad roommates, but not like that. No. um,
There might have been some previous experiences that, gave me ideas,
uh,
Did you have a
oh,
roommate that ate all your food? Silence.
Actually, no, that was the one thing that, like, no. You picked the one example that doesn't work with this.
Oh. So roommates who were sociopaths. Got it. Uh,
Yeah, that definitely, absolutely.
that okay, gotcha.
oh.
Wild
Alright.
conversations.
Yeah.
Now we've spoken a little bit about the book itself. What about the creative process? So what would you say is the hardest part of that for you?
Oh, by far consistency. Uh, I tried doing the whole, like, 1,000 words per day, but it ended up just being me typing 1,000 words and then the next day going, "I hate all of these," and deleting
Mm.
999 of them.
Oh, yeah. No,
Mhm.
sometimes you can't force it, can you? You've gotta go when the inspiration's right.
You really can't. I kinda stumble with that because you 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 have moments of just an explosion of inspiration where you write like 8,000 words, but then don't touch it again for like a week.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
And in between that whole week, you're just hating yourself.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. I feel like this is hitting too close to home now.
Hey, we're
I
all
feel
like that.
I feel like
Yeah,
RRK and I have had a conversation about this recently, about
we have.
I've had
inspiration
3 of
and
these
whatnot.
conversations with every single person in the Discord.
I feel like this must be a common theme then of August.
It is. It really is. Don't feel alone, everyone.
Aw,
You're not alone.
nice little
Uh,
message for everyone there.
yeah, some hope, the theme. Um,
Oh,
so so, I mean, you're just talking about, like, consistency being a problem and whatnot, but, like, if you are writing or when you do sit down to write, do you have, like, a certain routine that helps? Do you have snacks or food or drink or a creative mindset that you like to get into when you do it?
I might come across as pretty basic here, but it's just music. I'll just throw on my
Mhm.
headphones, Spotify, and use that new DJ thing they have on it where it just plays random music that's kind of like your playlist, and just
Mm.
roll with it. The more I can get into the music, the longer I can sit there and write for.
oh,
Maybe it's an
nice.
ADHD thing. I don't know yet.
I mean, I
What
need music when I write, like, I mean, I don't write a lot of um, fiction anymore, but like when I write essays and stuff, I have to have something playing in my head. Like it needs some sort of music to help drive me forward.
mm,
Can't agree more. Do you also find that like a lot of your stories end up having like theme songs?
yep. Yeah,
Yes. See, we're not alone.
we are not alone.
I mean, music is a beautiful way of storytelling, so it makes sense that it all goes hand in hand.
It's
Very
just
true.
it's raw human emotion.
And it really does help bring out that emotion, right? Like having listening to something that's very passionate when you're, writing a very hard scene and you're listening to something that's very like aggressive when you're writing like a fight scene or something can really just help like build that momentum as you're writing.
I can't agree more. It also helps like define characters because certain sounds can really remind you of like a super specific emotion you had one day that you couldn't possibly put to words, but the character's also kind of going through.
Mm, hmm.
Like there's so many songs that take me back to one specific moment in my life where it was such a nuanced feeling that I had that I couldn't just say it was happiness or sadness or anger. It was somewhere in between.
Mm, like it invokes a memory of
Yeah,
who
yeah,
you
like
were at that point in
a
time.
food or a certain smell.
Yes, I get those. Oh,
I was just thinking about my brain just wandered for a second. I was thinking about when I wrote essays, I used to listen to the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
that's a good one,
That
to
feels
be
I
fair.
appropriate,
just like
actually.
I don't know, it really used to drive me forward. There's a lot of like heavy beats in there. Anyway, sorry, that was a single brain tangent there.
No,
Um
perfectly appropriate.
um all right, so we're gonna open it up to audience questions. I know the all two of you that are here. John or Poppy, if you wanna write any questions for Atlas, you can go ahead, just drop them in the chat here. And we will ask. Surprisingly, considering how chatty we all are, we are like killing it for time.
Yeah, we really are.
We really are. Um,
I
so yeah,
apologize
go
for not
ahead.
rambling.
No, you're
You're
fine.
good.
You're fine. Normally it's RK and I who are like just
Throwing
off
it all
on
down.
we're just off on one. Okay, so yeah, if any of you guys have questions, go ahead, type. I can see Poppy's typing. So take your time. Oh, that was fast. Okay. I'm just gonna
Okay,
ask that one now.
okay.
So Poppy was wondering if you had any inspiration for the Arwen character.
That's a good question, actually.
Thanks, Poppy.
Thank you.
You mean like character-wise, like personality? I'll try both. Design-wise, she's very humanoid, like extremely humanoid. I came up her. I don't have a lot of like actual solid ideas in my head when it comes to the way they look, just kind of general ideas. But I had her. I imagined her almost completely smooth body, like you know Geordi from Star Trek, where he's got the visor going across his face.
Mm,
No.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think so.
Well, anyone listening probably picks up on it. That's basically what my initial idea of what she would look like, where it was just a completely featureless face with a bar going across her eyes that lights up when she talks. That can like give a
Oh,
little bit of it, the way the light ebbs and flows can affect how like what emotion she's giving out at the moment. The same way that like a deaf person might read someone's lips, you could watch her eyes to see what she's saying.
Mm,
oh, I like that.
that's so interesting.
But as far as characterization, I can't think of one off the top of my head. It was more just like uh, another member in the Discord who did a beta read for it described her as a symbol, which I kind of get. Like she symbolizes something more than like I fleshed her out as a character. But it might be because I didn't give her a lot of time to become a character. She only has like one chapter where she's actually speaking, and then it featured in a second chapter where it's a lot more action but a lot less conversation. And my next revision is going to hopefully address a lot of that. I'm hoping to expand the story by like another 100 pages, do a lot more world building, which I've been told it needs, which I'm very happy to do. But yeah, I don't really have a specific inspiration for her, as much as I probably should.
What does she symbolize?
Moving on, peacefulness. Like the
Mm,
one main conversation she has with Riel is like, when was the last time you made a decision for yourself?
okay.
Is like the one key thing she asks him, where like her history is deciding things for herself finally and realizing that the way that she was born and the way she's been told to live isn't the way she wants to be, and that she has the freedom to do it.
Okay, interesting. Um, Dom has a question as well. Is Crete more robotic looking than Arwind? That's what I was picturing while reading due to Crete's deterioration, but also just curious about Crete and their backstory in general. Thanks, Dom.
Thank you.
Ah, wonderful. Yes, Dom did a wonderful beta read for me. Uh,
Heck yeah.
Technically, they would be almost identical because they come from the same place, which I'll explain in a minute, because that's a bit of a mouthful. But Crete stands apart from Arwen because she, in this case, has taken a lot of damage. Like the chunk of her head is missing. She walks with a limp. Parts of her internal like machinery is damaged or broken away. which gives much more aura to Crete, who is supposed to be quite intimidating in a lot of ways. Like to take that kind of damage and still be going on, running a gang, keeping everyone in line and everyone afraid of you is intimidating to say the least. But they all come from an antagonist that's for the larger world that does not come up in the book because the book just takes place in the world called Alexander. I'm still kind of like workshopping the name on that, but I do like it. Alexander is an AI who was built 200-ish years ago, but was put into isolation for a long time for another reason that's I'm not going to quite get into because I'll be talking for an hour and a half. And imagine you like these AIs are human in all ways except missing a body. They have personalities, emotions, desires, regrets, all of it. If you were put into isolation for 200 years, you'd probably lose your mind, right? Yeah.
Mm.
And that's what Alexander has suffered through. And once he finally came out of it, like escaped from this, he started just kind of lashing out at the world. And one of the first things he did was design human-like silicates. And that is where Alexander and Crete come from. And Alexander is who they both rebelled against and left, fled from. And Alexander is also the one person that Crete is out to prove herself against, kind of usurp Alexander's demented empire, sort of thing. It less not for any good reason. Like Crete's not out to do it because oh, bad guy must stop bad guy. No, Crete wants the power. Crete wants the seat. Meanwhile, Arwen chose none of it. I don't want to live this life. I don't want to be committing violence. I just want to live.
Mm. Oh,
But yes, essentially they are the same, just with Crete being a little worn and damaged.
so very
Mm.
much physically the same, but drastically different in other
I feel
aspects.
it feels a little bit
Yes.
like the environment argument. Sorry, psychology again. But like it's sort of like not genetics because silicates, but nature versus nurture sort of vibe. And the difference is even with things that are identical, is that it's silicates are identical to each other? Is that right?
Just that line. The way silicates are built, there's multiple different AIs that produce these silicates. Alexander was the one who made the extremely humanoid ones with the idea of them maybe blending into human society. Other
Mm.
ones are just like machines that are given sentience. Like another main character who doesn't feature in the book is named Milo. He's a little bomb disposal bot that is fully sentient and heavily inspired by Wally.
Loved that
I like
movie.
that.
Yes,
Like that.
he is quickly a fan favorite. He he's literally just a bomb disposal bot that you would see today given sentience.
Oh.
Mm.
So yeah, they can come
Now
in
I can
all
just see
shapes and
Wally.
sizes.
Okay.
That's interesting. Okay. Poppy had a really lovely comment. They said I would welcome the expansion of her character. She was my fave. Heck yeah. I had some
Oh.
unanswered questions while reading your story. I still have a few chapters to finish, but having more of her personality in the book would be a blast. Poppy, you bug Atlas until he gives you what you want. You, you,
Honestly,
yes.
it would produce results.
There you go. Sometimes we just need some pressure.
But yeah, I have it on the docket. That's actually something I'm planning on doing with the revisions I'm planning right now. Won't be anytime soon because I have a lot on my plate. But with, for example, you reading it, Dom reading it, and Snacks, another member of the Discord, you've given me a lot to chew on and realize that like maybe 120 pages isn't enough for the amount of like world building this story needs. Which is, I'm not gonna lie, the one thing I find the most fun, and I like hesitated from putting too much in because I find world building is kind of hard because it just feels like you're just dumping it on people at times, like finding
Mhm.
that natural spot to fit it into the story. Like, are the characters randomly just gonna start talking about history out of no, that's not how people talk.
It's not a musical where they just break out singing for no reason.
Okay,
I love
include
those,
musical
but
number.
yes, please. But musical number about history.
Oh. Oh.
All right, well, thank you everyone for
Inspired by
your
Rage
lovely
Against the Machine.
Oh my god, heck yeah. Uh, oh, I think Dom might have another question or thingy. We can ask our last question while we wait for that. That's good with
Mhm.
you, RK?
Yeah. Did
Hit
you
me.
want to ask or do you want me?
Oh, you go for it.
Okay. This is one of my favorite questions. If you were to pitch your work for an adaptation, would it be for film or TV, and who would you cast? Oh, it's such a fun question.
Mm.
Okay, this was the question that actually stumped me for the longest because I
Oh
hadn't even
no.
thought about that. So I spent like a while the other day kind of going through who I think would fit what character, and a lot of them feel super cliche, but it's the best I could come up with. For Peugeot, it would be oh my God, what's his name? Dave Bautista.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
love
'Cause he,
him.
he has
Yeah.
that huge frame, that kind of presence, and I think he'd have a lot of fun playing the character. For Riel, I made a very deliberate effort to not describe Riel in the story because I was like hoping people could like self-insert in certain ways. But if you again twisted my arm on it, Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
Ooh,
great cast so far.
nice. Yeah.
I know, right? I know. I did rewatch Dune, and I swear to God, it's not all coming from there. But then the difficult part is Crete and Arwen because they're machines, so they would just have like voice actresses. And I went through, I swear to God, 50 different voice actresses, and I couldn't pick out specific ones. So I'd have to spend more time on that. But yeah,
Mm.
the two I can think of are Peugeot and Riel's character right now.
Those are,
Pedro Pascal being the best pick.
I mean, I'm invested in this already. I will watch this.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we've
Um,
got some more comments.
yeah. You want to go? You can go ahead, or okay.
Oh, I don't mind. You go.
All right. Um, Dom said Crete
Oh,
needs a country
police.
song, like a gritty. I know we're really nice sometimes. Like a gritty, broody country song. Can you think of one off the top of your head that would fit?
Yes, actually, I brought up theme songs earlier. There is a theme song for this whole story that is exactly that. It's called the Ghost song? No, Ghost. Ghost by Clutch,
I
I don't
have
which
not
I know
heard
no one
that.
here has
know.
heard.
No, like I don't know
You're
any
free
of
to
that.
look it up. You will get the exact right vibe.
Oh, I will
Okay,
add that down. I've noted it down.
you should post it in our music thingy so we can all listen to it as well. And
Oh,
other
good
people,
idea.
the theme song for your book, that would
I'll
be
happily do that
amazing.
after this.
Heck yes. And then Poppy said, in that case, I have one thing to mention. Not sure if you noticed some of my comments, but the one thing that bothered me so much was the italic dialogue lines. Please fix that. It kills my brain. Ah!
Yeah, I can fix that. Okay, okay. I just liked it myself, all right?
I mean, we readers, we all like different things. And
Nah, that's
I
fair.
mean,
It's fair.
I remember reading, what was it, The Road? And it has no, no dialogue at, like, it has dialogue, but no indication of dialogue whatsoever by Cormac McCarthy.
Hmm.
And that was, like, the most confusing thing I was reading because it was just straight text, and you just
That
it
sounds
was
fair, actually.
yeah, it was actually really difficult, to understand. Do you use italics because is it for, like, specific characters?
No, I just liked how it was visually distinct.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
That's totally fair.
ironically, for the exact complaint you had about the road where you couldn't tell it was dialogue, in my story, it's impossible to not know it's dialogue.
That's fair. Yeah.
But I mean, as long as you're consistent, you know, be fine.
Yeah, true, true.
I think I use
Interesting.
italics for thoughts in mine.
I think I'm
Yeah,
used to that because that's what, like, a lot of romantasy uses as well,
I
is,
think
like,
so.
italics because they're often so internalized.
Mm.
Um,
Oh,
but,
I'm
like,
so
it's
such a cliche.
no, no, I mean, everyone likes different things, and how your brain perceives it is just it's just how you want the narrative to be, and that's just totally fine.
I have to agree, you can't please everyone.
Mhm.
You can't, and, at the end of the day, like, we all write our own stories, hopefully for ourselves as well as other people. Um, Poppy said it's just confusing since you also have lines that are internal thoughts, also with a quotation mark in a few parts in italics.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
so I
Okay.
mean, yeah, it's reader's perception, it's writer's choice. It is what it is.
Mm.
Yeah. Who can say maybe somebody else really likes it. I don't know. It is just what
The way I like to think about it
we
is,
love
even if,
feedback.
like Yeah, even if like 1% of people enjoy your story, that's still what, like 800 million, 80 million people?
That's wow, yeah. That's
Whoa,
such a good
Yeah, there's a
way.
lot of people.
A lot of people.
nice.
Um, yeah, so anyway, that was lovely, and, I now am gonna have to listen to this song and get into the vibe of the book and get ready for the TV show adaptation. Did you decide it would be a TV show?
Well, ironically, all my stories I had planned on animating myself, but if that's the case, it won't be out for like 3 decades.
I was actually gonna ask, with your, voice acting experience, would you want to play any of the characters? Sorry, this
Heck
isn't a
yeah.
question, this is just me asking.
No, I've thought about that, and as much as, like, I don't wanna, like, put myself in the spotlight, I might have to do Riel just because like,
Mm.
I think my voice kind of matches his in a sense. I'd have to, like, practice a more of a southern accent, but I think I'd have the closest to him. I can't pull off Peugeot, I'd probably not Crete too well it wouldn't be me anyways now that I've gender swapped, but yeah, yeah, probably the main.
I love
Oh,
Get
that.
all the credit, you know?
Well,
yeah.
as you should do. I mean, you wrote it, so
You
you should
goddamn
get the
right.
glory. All right. Well, I think that's all our questions. RK, do you have any lingering questions you would like to add in?
I'm sure I will have more questions later on, and
Yeah.
I won't go on a tangent. I'll behave.
We'll do tangents later.
I'm now
We won't
curious.
subject everyone to that. Well, thank you everyone
Thank you very
for
much.
joining. Atlas, thank you
And
so
thank you for
much.
having me.
Of
Oh,
course. I'm
of
so
course.
glad you finally got to win. And we got to do this.
Saying that.
Just I know. I remember seeing every time I would see like who applied and you were always there. And it was never you. It was quite I felt bad. Anyway, so thank you everyone for joining us. Really appreciate you being here today. This is going to be posted on YouTube. It'll be thrown on our Discord as well, so anyone can click the link and watch it. And stay tuned for more interviews in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everyone
Heck
have a
yeah, I
great
love
day.
you all.
Oh.
Aw, we love the love.